Good afternoon, everyone. Gil here from your daily internet marketing support and training session. If you can see the screen clearly and if the audio is coming out loud and clear, please go ahead and confirm in the GoToWebinar control panel. You should be able to, see the screen here in a bit. And then we'll just do a quick mic test, make sure Lauren's audio and video is coming out loud and clear on her end. Lauren, whenever you get the, just go ahead and holler whenever you can. Do a mic and video test real quick.
Yep. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, so it looks like we can hear you loud and clear. Fantastic. And go ahead and chime in as soon as you have the screen ready.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good whenever you are.
Sweet. All right. So let me go ahead and pass that one over here to you. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. It looks like most of the group can hear the audio okay. So what I would do, Michelle, go ahead and switch from telephone to mic and speakers. And then see if you can troubleshoot, go about it that way. Give your internet a chance to refresh. Alright, Lauren, get your screen up and running, making you the presenter. Just about to hit OK, so your screen should pop up here in a bit.
Cool, you should be good.
Excellent. So that's working nicely. All right. We can see the screen. We can hear you. Go ahead and just do a quick recap if you can and jump right into your segment whenever you are ready.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. So what we've been covering, and I'll go over the in a second, kind of a reminder, but today we're going to go through about optimization. So it's awesome for all the framework that we've put on. However, if we're not looking at the metrics behind the business, you're not only wasting your marketing dollars, you're totally limiting the potential of your business. So this is all the number side of things where people, they don't like it and all that aspect. Okay, well, we're just going to jump into it anyways. So to put a little recap in there, the sessions that we're doing, so there's 3 steps for getting started in internet marketing. And as I brought out for the business owners, so you guys get a sense of, okay, well, why do I need to know or be a part of internet marketing for my business? There's 2 different aspects. So you need to have a presence online with the business, and I think for the most part people are understanding that they need to have an online presence. However, most people, they have a presence, so if somebody's looking for their business or their services, they want their stuff to appear. So that's one side of it. When we talk about SEO and blogging and all of that aspect, that's to get your stuff found when somebody's looking for you. The other side of it, and this is where the internet marketing comes into play, is internet marketers are not waiting for somebody to look for them. They're finding their potential customers. And that's where if you bring that aspect into your business, you will just blow away your competition because no one's thinking like that. So this is where your job is to be putting out and actively connecting and searching and running campaigns to build a relationship, rapport, and give value to your potential customers, so that way when they need your service or you run some certain campaigns to convince them that they do need your services, they're not even looking at your competition. So that's what we're going to be doing, and that's why internet marketing is such a great way to expand and get your business and your presence out there on the internet. So in order to be or to run a successful internet marketing campaign, you need to have 3 aspects. So our capture mechanism, and that's what we've been going over this week on, is basically if you're well, I'll say the analogy again, but basically, so you need to have something that captures people in. You need to also be expanding and learning about your traffic sources. So how are you getting people to view it? But you first need to have, a homing place for these people that you're sending. So first you need to work on the capture, then expand and learn about your traffic, and then finally work on your conversions to get people to actually buy your product and do business with you. The analogy that I used earlier this week is, a lot of people relate to the idea of a brick and mortar. You have a business, you have a little shop set up. So when we're talking about traffic, those are people walking by, you know, if you're thinking foot traffic, exactly like that. So then the capture is what makes somebody stop from just walking past your business to actually stopping and looking through the window and getting interested in what it is. That's what the capture part of it. It gathers people from just walking on by to making them stop, listen, and be interested in what you have to share with them. So that's the capture that we've gone into. And then finally, you know, so by capturing them, you're getting them to actually walk through the door into your shop. And then working on conversions, that's actually making purchases. Now here's the cool part. In a traditional brick or mortar, you can, you know, you have the, as we call it, cold traffic, people just walking by on the street. Ooh, yay, we had a capture mechanism. We got them to go in and look in our shop. But with traditional things, if somebody doesn't make a purchase and they leave, you don't have a relationship with them, and you're kind of back to square one as far as trying to get more people to walk through your door. The advantage and the biggest aspect of a business when we're talking about internet marketing is the fact that you have a connection with this person, whether they buy your service today or not. You've captured an email address is traditionally what we're doing, but you can also have different you know, ways of contacting them, but you're capturing, and they're giving you a way to get in contact with them, and in exchange you're providing them a free value. So that's kind of the idea behind it, and that's where the cool part with this stuff is. Like I said, a traditional brick and mortar, somebody comes in, you spend all that, you know, effort to get them to walk through the door, they don't make a purchase, and you know, maybe they'll be back, maybe they won't, they might forget about the shop and go on about it. Whereas with internet marketing, we've collected and now have a way to keep in contact with this person, continue to give them awesome value, so eventually they will want to do business with us. So breaking into the capture mechanism from this one, you know, if we're talking about capture, it's not like you're doing something bad or enslaving them into what you want to show them. The idea is, you know, be curious. You want them to be intrigued about what you initially have to offer, and you know, that's where a lot of this psychology comes into play. Is how do you pique their curiosity, and you know, connecting with that target avatar we've emphasized much, and really knowing what your audience is. So you pique their curiosity, you get them interested, or literally that idea of walking through the door, and from there, then this is where you start to build that relationship with them. So we've addressed, you know, the different aspects that go into the capture mechanism. We've talked about landing pages, and that idea of a lead magnet. So just to recap, if you haven't been on, the idea of a lead magnet, that's your giveaway. That's what you're capturing them with, is something that's so interesting. It's a free giveaway. Could be videos, articles, you know, a little document you prepared, anything like that, but you're teaching them and giving value and building a relationship. And how you're advertising that is based on that landing pages, where you're advertising what this value, what this interesting thing is that they should pay attention to you with. So cool. So that's kind of just to get you guys caught up on what we've been covering, and then on the optimization side, this is all the numbers. So today I'm going to show you guys some, you know, the how-to process of how to get these numbers going, the psychology behind it, and actually developing your landing pages, choosing the colors and all of that aspect. You know, that's kind of where it comes on you to figure all of that out. On you know, or if you're kind of stuck or you need some accountability, that's where our coaching programs come in. So we can help you and give you advice, and you know, really sit down and work on developing landing pages with you. If you're in coaching and need that assistance, you know, or you know, you're welcome to use, you know, these noon sessions to, you know, hey, I'm trying to decide on a different color or something like that. We're always happy to give you guys support on all of that. So let's jump into the optimization side of things. Okay, so optimization, this is figuring out what your numbers are. You know, we talk about opt-in rates and things like that. So the first thing is that you have to be able to track this stuff. How are you going to know exactly which campaigns are doing well, etc., if you don't have any numbers or metrics? So you need to get a tracking service. There's tons of them out there. It's up to you. The one that we're all using is called ClickMeter. So, you're welcome to use it. We have links for all of that stuff, or you can find your own. But this is, when we're talking about tracking, you need to have a tracking service. Generally, they're all a monthly plan, so this is just an idea. If you're doing small stuff, and awesome, get yourself going. And, this free plan of 1,000 clicks a month, that's all you really need to get yourself going. And, so before you go out and start spending money on this stuff, awesome. If you're going to go out big, perfect. But, you can definitely start out on the little free plan, get a sense of things, and, really start seeing if you're used to it and actually using it. So this is just a price idea with these tracking plans. So awesome. So now you've got a ClickMeter account, and this is inside one of our team's accounts as far as, the actual trackings that you're doing. So when I'm talking about, you're going to notice that there's campaigns. So the way campaigns work is, one, let's say you're rolling out a new product. Okay, relating it to me and birthday parties. Okay, I'm going to run out a campaign to, moms about timing tips. That'll be one of my campaigns. So I'm going to do a separate campaign about this new timing tip idea, if that's my new, lead magnet when we're talking about those things. What value am I going to give away? Oh, it'll be a free report on how to make timing and planning your child's party easier. Okay, so that would be a campaign. Also, if I'm talking about, the different aspects, is then I want to track, okay, I'm running out that campaign on that. Well, here's the one for my Facebook. Here's a one, I'm actually going to be purchasing some traffic, from a vendor or something like that. So each source that you're getting traffic from, or different places that you're putting the ads out, you want to have a different campaign in there. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you're going to do Facebook ads, that needs a campaign. If you're going to be doing like Google ads, that can be a campaign. So you want to be making sure that you keep it separate so it's not all getting jumbled. So really quickly, oh, my Facebook's doing really well. My Google, not so much. So make sure that you have that aspect of campaigns. And then the actual links are different. So each link is going to need its own tracking things. And I'm going to go through and show you guys. Like I said, this is really so you see, the idea of metrics and tracking. Most people are like, oh my goodness, I can never do that. This really isn't that hard. So that's what I want to show you guys, walk you through it so you know how to create it, so you get a real sense that yes, you can do this. It is manageable. And this is the biggest part of your business. If you decide to skip all of this, you are literally throwing away, a huge, huge potential in your business. So awesome. So how to create a new campaign? Super easy. You come over there, you click create new campaign, bam. So like I said, so this could be, okay, I'm going to track, my Facebooks or something like that. So just a reminder, one campaign per traffic source per product or whatever it is that you're, trying to sell. So super easy. Aha, look at that. Create campaign. Name, if you want to put any notes on it, and if you want to tag it. So, if you're doing, okay, well, this is my, mom timing tips kind of a campaign, then I can search for really quickly if I put that tag in and see all the different, timing campaigns that I've run. So just an idea there. Super easy. Yay! Your campaign's been successfully created. Bam. Super easy, guys. So now to create the tracking link, pretty easy as well. So you can click, you can either go back to that original one which said create new, or this comes right away and it's telling you exactly what you need to do, which is create tracking link. And this part is going to be one link per landing page. So remember, we're talking about you never want to just have one landing page. You're going to be having multiple landing pages. That's what we refer to as split testing. So that way we can make a sense and get a sense of, okay, well, this one, as I showed you yesterday, okay, well, there was two different ads that had the exact same wording but a different background color and a slightly different image on the top, and one of them was doing much better than the other. That's why you need to be checking and tracking all of this stuff so you can make those tweaks and you're not wasting money on pages that are not performing well. Okay, so when you go to create a tracking link in this part, so you're going to be putting in your destination URL. That's the actual www or idea, that's the domain of the landing page that you created. Okay? And in here, whichever campaign that you decide to name it, so this is, mom's timing tips or something, make sure that that campaign goes away with it. And then you can type in an easier name, so on your different landing page. So remember, I'm going to do timing tips. Well, maybe this is the blue timing tips, then that would be the friendly name. So another one would be the red timing tips. If I have one page that's done in blue colors and things like that, one page that's done in red colors, to see which one's doing better. So this is where the friendly name is, where you can do it, so you can reference and you know exactly which landing page it's corresponding to. Okay, so that's pretty much it as far as those easy stuff goes. Then here's the thing, is that we need to worry about this conversion code. So if you saw back here on this, it's asking for conversion. This is the second step process. Not overly tricky, but just make sure that you have this. What this part means is it will track how many people actually go to this link. So they view this landing page. It's my blue timing tips page. Okay, it's going to track that and say how many people are actually getting on this page. Okay, that's a good thing to know. The conversion in this case is what we are going to be referring to our often. So I'm going to break that down more, but this is why you want to put these conversions. So how many people do they see your landing page, they see your thing, hey, make sure, here's my timing tips, and I give a little video on what the timing tips are, and it says, enter your email to actually, and I'll email you all my timing tips. So how many people are actually putting in their email and seeing the next page where they're getting the timing tips? That part is the conversion, and that's a huge part of it. So you need to make sure that you have conversions, not just tracking how many people are seeing your page, but how many people then are putting in their email address and seeing the next or the second page where they're getting that thank you. This is where the conversion aspect comes in. So same idea. So create new, and then you're going to do conversion code. So how many people are getting onto that? So this part here, it's better for you guys to watch a video tutorial, because that part is the code that it's generated. You need to actually put that into the thank you page when we're talking about landing pages. So you guys might be a little lost right now. Just kind of bear with us. You'll get an overview of the picture, but this is the part where this conversion, it's a code that goes into your thank you page, and it's going to talk to this, so it'll tell us, how many people actually put in their email address and now are on the second page. So this is the code that has to go on that second page, or what we call the thank you page. So this part will show you exactly how to do it, because there's a little HTML code. So if you don't know how to do it, you can definitely have a tech person do it, or we can show you. But yeah, those video tutorials show you really easily where and how to put this code that it generates into your thank you page. Okay, so when that's said and done, then so you have that aspect over there. Okay, cool, you went on the behind the scenes, you put that code into your tracking page, or sorry, into your thank you page to track it. Cool, so now you click on conversion, and then same idea. What is your conversion? Make sure it's the same campaign. So this part, you're going to have a different code, and you're going to say exactly what that code is, so your different opt-ins on those thank you pages. So just make sure everything's all lined up. And once you've added in your conversion, then you can go ahead and save it, and your tracking link has been successfully created. Woohoo! So that means what that's doing is it's showing for, how many people are seeing your landing page. So think about it like this. If you're running an ad on Facebook, and my ad on Facebook is, going to say, planning a child's birthday party, stop screaming at the 3-year-olds and start enjoying them, or something. So I'm going to run this little ad on Facebook. If somebody clicks on my ad, they're now going to see a page that's going to say, hey, here's, 8 timing tips for any child's birthday, and obviously all the psychology and better wordings with that. So basically there's an ad. They're going to be interested in the ad. Then they're going to see my page where I'm talking to them, and I'm giving them some ideas for more awesome tips, for coupons, something. Put in your email address, and I'm going to go ahead and send you the rest of the timing tips. So that it's tracking how many people did they see your Facebook ad and now clicked on it. So it's tracking that, how many people are seeing your landing page, and then how many people are putting in their email address and now seeing the second page. So all of this is what your tracking is, and those are definitely metrics that you need to be looking at. Okay, so that's step one. Now here's the thing. So we're talking about split testing. Great, that's awesome. Now how do you really know which landing page runs better? We talked about, when we've gone over ads, how you can do multiple different ads on, say Facebook or Google or something like that and have different ads. But once they see the ads, also, how are you going to know which actual pages do well? They could see, ad A that's talking about, moms, stop screaming at your kid. Another one can be, moms, here's a way to make it easier for you. So they're seeing two different ads, but once they click on the ad, we want them to see different pages, and this is what we're going to be referring to as optimization split testing for your landing page. So how do you know which pages are doing better? How many people are getting, inspired and motivated by whatever it is that you're showing. So that's what the split testing is. So split testing, you're going to need something called a rotator link software. So this is one that we personally use and recommend, called Quality Click Control. It's a one-time purchase. I just looked up the most recent prices, and it's about $200. But like I said, that's one time. So what this does is if somebody types in, for example, www.link.com, it's going to redirect. If you guys are aware of redirects, we have those on different things. For example, hey, if you go type in fblauren.com, it's going to redirect you to my Facebook page, so you can add me as a friend. By the way, if we're not connected, please go add me. But in this sense, so this is a redirect. So that way it's easy for them to find my Facebook page. This is www.fblauren.com, but it redirects to facebook.com/blah blah 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 blah, which is whatever numbers of my profile. Makes it easier to find. Well, what a rotator does is it's the same idea. So somebody goes and they type in, or in this case they're going to click on the link, but instead of showing just one page, it's going to vary and rotate it. So this is where you're going to be putting in your different landing pages. So if somebody clicks on your ad, they're going to go, and it's going to be completely random, or on a rotating schedule as far as which actual landing page they will see. So you know that the ad works, so that's the one way that you're going to split test and see which ads are getting the best results. Then when people are looking at the ad, and they go to click, they're going to see a different, you can call it sales page, but it's basically the landing page where you're connecting with them and giving them value. Then that way you can see, okay, is my red one doing better, or is my blue one doing better? And it's so that way from your ad which pages and landing pages are getting the best results. And this is where the money is. So we recommend using at least 2 different landing pages, ideally 3. So that way you really get a sense of what's doing the best. So hopefully that kind of shows you and explains what a rotator link is. So it's just typing in a domain, it's redirecting, but you're putting in a bunch of different ones, and it's just going to do, every time that it's clicked, it's for, every first click, it'll be this one. Every second click, it'll be this one. Every third click will be that one. And then back to number 1, 2, 3 over and over again. Based on when people are clicking, they're going to see a different type of ad. So how do you set this up? So like I said, this is just a software we use, so I'm just going to show you in this. It probably works the same with any software if you want to get it, so that rotator type idea. So here's an idea of all the different campaigns. Same idea here. So in this case, you're going to be doing it, and it's based on your landing pages. So whereas before it's talking about, okay, well, all my Facebook ads are going to be, clumped together. In this case, it's, this is the blue Facebook ad, and here's my landing pages type of an idea. For this. So however many different landing pages, that's going to be the campaign in there. So go ahead, create a campaign. Super easy. You're going to put just a name that you can remember in there. Whatever it could be. It could, moms and, what's my ad gonna be? You know, moms, you know, stop yelling at your kid or something and enjoy their party. Okay, that's, you know, something like that related to my campaign name. Your cookie expiration dates, it just means how long these are going to be lasting. It's up to you. We usually just use 10. And the other thing that you need to see is you need to make sure to change the campaign type to you want it to evenly rotate. That means it's, you know, for every one click, this one. For the second time, it's this one. For the third time, it's this one. You don't want to, you know, random's not going to help you out because maybe number 2 gets shown way more than number 1, so number 2 is going to have a better conversion rate. It's going to skew it. So just make sure that you change it so it's an even rotator. Okay, and now you have a campaign, so you can see evenly right here for this new one that we just created. Now you're going to go ahead and actually add the different links, or these are the links to the individual landing pages that you want to test out. So for this one, make sure you're in the campaign that you had, and here just add a new link, just like that. Like I said, hopefully, you know, by showing you guys these, you know, these walkthroughs and things like that, just want you guys to get a sense of, okay, I understand I don't like the numbers and all of it, but the idea behind it is, you know, this isn't super hard, so I want to get you guys a sense that you can actually do it yourself. So add a new link, ba-bong, right here. So this part, this URL is the link of you're going to be using of your tracking number, not the, you know, www, the actual thing of the landing page. No, you want to use this tracking number that was generated. So do you guys remember this one? So our tracking link right here, we're doing one tracking link over here in ClickMeter per landing page. So, you know, my blue landing page has this tracking link because we don't want to just put in what the www address is for the landing page. No, we want to use the tracking link because we want to know, once again, how many people are actually landing there. So you're going to take your tracking link and put it over there and put that in your URL. That's going to be, you know, your rotator idea. So from there, so that's where you're going to get that. You know, you don't really need a max number of clicks unless you do it. So super easy. Literally just put in that number and then click and save. So that number, which is your tracking link per individual landing page. Cool. So over here, now you're going to see all of that part is in there. So now it's popped up. So this is what the actual link is that you're going to be giving out, because this is now your rotator link. So this one, in this case, there's only one link right now to rotate, but this is the number that you want your traffic to be sent to, because it's basically, you know, that idea of, okay, this is now your fblauren.com, and then it would be the idea, okay, when it's fblauren.com's, you know, sometimes it shows, you know, this Facebook page, other times it shows this one. Okay, so this is where you want to be giving out people, or in this case, sending your traffic to, including this in your ads. That's the link that you want your ad to go to. So hopefully everybody's on the same page with that. Okay, so repeat the process, and you're going to be going and adding in each landing page's tracking number into here. Okay, there we go. So all of this part, so this is basically the URL. If you notice, they're slightly different. So that's if I directly want to see what this landing page is, whether it's blue, whether this is the red landing page. So those numbers, this is not exactly what you're going to be promoting. I'll show you up at the top what that looks like. So go ahead, add your links, and so this is, you know, link 1, link 2, and in this case link 3. So we did 3 of them in this example. And this is, now you take this code back here, so you take it where it's generated. Oh, I think it's actually at the top, but anyways, so you're going to go ahead and take this destination number and now go back to where? Your ClickMeter, and this is going to be where your stuff comes through. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, and you want to make sure so they're going to be talking to each other. So you need to make sure first you have to track the different numbers, or the different landing pages, then you want to rotate them so that way that's how you split test. So you can try, okay, for, you know, my blue ads, I want them, you know, it's going to vary between, they're going to see landing page 1, 2, or 3. So make sure back in ClickMeter that you go ahead and now this destination URL is actually your tracking number. So go ahead and copy paste. You've already done your conversions aspects, so then you're just going to say create link. Awesome. Now what it's going to look like is your campaign now will have 3 different links in it. So this is the 3 different landing pages that you set up. They're all on this rotator idea, so it's, you know, it's going systematically on which does what. So for this sample, you can see what you really want to look at is what it's called this UC, which is unique clicks, because this means, okay, well, we clicked on it twice, but it's the same person. You know, we clicked on this one 3 times, but it was the same person. So all you need to worry about is these unique clicks, because that means, you know, exactly that, how many different people clicked on your link. And then the other side of it is once people see the second page or that conversion, then you're going to see a number over here that's going to show how many people actually saw the second page. And that's the key. So it's comparing, you know, so then this way you can look really closely. Okay, well, I had, you know, 5 people, you know, 5 different people click and 1 person put in their email address. So that would be the ratio. Whereas this one, okay, I had 5 people, but I had 2 people put in an email address. So that's, you know, where you can really look. So you're knowing that they're seeing the same ad initially on Facebook, and then they're seeing these different landing pages. So when they clicked on the ad, they saw 3 different pages. Which page does the best? And that's where you now know where to put your marketing budget. And if you don't like those numbers, then that's where you work hard to tweak them. You know, when you're getting started and you have, you know, a 5%, 10%, 20% opt-in rate, you're like, oh my gosh, you know, and you work on improving it. Eventually, you know, like the really big marketers are wanting, you know, 60, 70, 80%, even 90% of people to do it. Well, how do they get that number? They usually don't start at 90 right out of the gate. They're going to test. This is, you know, where your creativity comes in. You're going to design your different pages, and then you have to test and see which pages are doing better. And a lot of times you have no idea why, you know, the red one did better than the blue. It's just what's working. So don't reinvent the wheel. If the numbers are telling you that your red page is doing better, then, you know, make everything red, and then you can tweak, you know, okay, well, I'm going to tweak the wordings now. You know, they'll all be red, but now I'm going to try these words. And that's where, you know, you can very easily, now you're making a decision like a true business owner, because you're looking at the numbers. You're not, you know, oh, but that page looks so awesome, and you spend 5 hours designing it, and, you know, that's all you do. No, you really want to look at the numbers, and the numbers will determine which decisions you make in your business. Okay. So creating your list that we're going to go into this idea. So when we've talked about list building, and from the initial thing, you know, your business is your list. What's your list? Well, these are the people that have opted in or given you traditionally their email address, and now you can build a relationship with them. So where do you start to do all of this? Well, this is your list building, and now you need a different service to manage this. Oh, isn't this fun? So scattered. We're definitely working on a universal type thing, so you don't have to get all of these different services. But as of this point, we're all juggling multiple different accounts. So the idea with list building is you want to also keep in mind that you want a new list for every campaign offer. That being said, you know, all of my moms with birthday parties can fall into that. But if I'm doing, you know, a campaign for moms with birthday parties, I'm also working on list building for one of my clients that's a smoke and tattoo shop. I really don't want to mix those. So make sure, you know, for the different offers, you don't want to be sending, you know, gardening tips to the people that opted in for, you know, birthday party tips. So make sure, you know, if whatever those target avatars are, that there's a different list on it. There's lots of different accounts, you know, that you can look at. It's like email marketing type accounts. GetResponse is the one that we use. Aweber's another popular one. Constant Contact, hear a lot about too. I've used that in the past. It's okay. Anyways, so all of those ones. So we personally use GetResponse, so that's going to be what I'm going to show you in with the tutorials. So super easy with GetResponse. Pretty much you log in, it looks like this, it's going to tell you the different ideas. So in order to create a new list, we're back to this wording of campaign. So if you go ahead and click on campaign, then this is where you can go ahead and create campaign. So whatever, different ideas, and this is where we segment different ideas on different things so I know who's falling under what contacts. But pretty easy, just create campaign. Looks just like this. Literally, you're done. So the only thing with that to keep in mind is that, I guess in their system, if somebody else already has a name, you can't have it. So it's not a different name of yours, it's in their system. It has to be a unique name. So sometimes your own name might be taken or whatever, ad campaigns or something like that. But just be aware, if it's saying that you can't give it, it's because somebody else using GetResponse already has that campaign name. Okay. Now, here is the opt-in box. So we're going to be, in a little bit composing these web forms, and there's different ways that you can do it. Well, this is the box that people are going to put their email address in. So you do it right here from GetResponse, and this is how you build that list. So awesome. You have a new campaign, so this could be, moms, in this list, moms with younger kids or something. Well, that's awesome, but how are they going to join my list? How am I going to automatically get their information? Because remember, we always want to be leveraging ourselves in what we're doing. So you're going to go ahead and click on this web form, which is going to bring up something like this. So this will show you there's lots of different, there's templates. I mean, look, there's 177 different ones and different styles of boxes, arrows, all of these things. You can have Santa Claus, whatever you want. So pretty much here, this is, when you just initially click on it, this is the basic one that's going to look like this. Well, you can have it look like that, so it's going to have, headlines, name, email address, all of this stuff, or you can go ahead and eliminate it, which is what we're going to do in our step. So if you just deselect these different things, uncheck your header, your footer, the names, all of these different things, you can have a CAPTCHA in there if you want. So by unselecting these, they don't show up. So my box went from this, where it was a very, go back. This, where it's, a ton of different information. So this is where you go at the bottom, and you can just unselect these different things, and then it's not going to come up. So what we're looking for is just the box. So this box is linking to our contacts here in GetResponse. So if somebody, clicks on it, and then you can change the name. So instead of this, it can be, receive my free download or something like that. So you can change all the text around. But whatever that's going to be. So if somebody puts in their information, it's automatically now going to go into GetResponse and become a contact in there, and that's what your list is. So however many contacts that is, that equals your list. These are all, potential customers of yours, and that's where the gold is right there. So from this box, awesome. And then the last thing is what's going to be happening when you are on these different things. So awesome, somebody went ahead and they submitted their information. They opted in. They gave you their email address. So now what's going to happen? Well, the part that you have to look for on here is these thank you page. So you don't want to use the default one. That's, from GetResponse. It just says, oh, thank you for signing up or something like this. What we're going to be using for all of this is a custom thank you page. And remember when I was talking about that tracking pixel that you want to do when you're talking about conversions? Well, this is, on this custom thank you page. And this is something that you have to design separately. And then this is, where you're going to, you either do it yourself or you have a graphic designer type person. And this is going to be, if you remember yesterday when I was showing you that example of that 48-hour cash machine. So somebody, okay, they saw the landing page. It was telling them, hey, check out this 48-hour cash machine. It's so awesome. They gave them some value. Enter in your email and I'll send you, what my 48-hour cash machine is. Okay, well then they went to the page and that's where it had the different training videos on there. Well, this is what we refer to as the thank you page. So when we're, this is where your lead magnet can be held and things like that. So this is, you always want to be using, in this regard, the custom thank you page, because that's going to be whatever it is that they wanted, and that's why they put their email address in. Other ones, the other one that I use, I don't use the default one, but stay on the current page. That's awesome, and that's what I use on my personal blog sites when I'm saying, hey, sign up for my newsletter or something like that. Then that's where I would use it, because they're just signing up for a newsletter. They don't need to see all fancy pages. They literally, sign up and then they remain on my blog. But in this case, like I said, your custom thank you page is going to now be, what's the lead magnet, what's the value that you promised them. Now you need to deliver it, and that's why it's going to be on a custom thank you page. Okay? So you're just, and then for these ones, your name, that's fine, whatever it's going to be on that one. The confirmed opt-in, we don't do that. There's different aspects of it. You can also test it and see. For most of the stuff that we're doing, it's almost kind of captivating and going on impulse buys. So somebody saw my ad on Facebook, they were interested. Now they see, my fancy dancy site, that's telling them, all the value I can give them, and says, enter in your email address and I'll give you the value. They enter in their email address. We want to just give it to them. A confirmed opt-in is one where it's going to say, oh, thank you so much. Now go to your email and, confirm that you wanted this product. So it's a two-step process. So for what we're doing, we don't want that confirmed in, because we want to give them that immediate gratification. When you're talking, newsletters and things like that, if people want it, then they'll use the confirmed opt-in to really make sure that someone's interested in what they're doing. So there's definitely times that you would want to use confirmed opt-ins versus, just the single opt-in, what we call. You generally have a better list. People are more interested in what you're putting out if it's the confirmed. But what we're just trying to go through is volume, get as many people, into our list, and then work those leads, because a lot of them, if you make it the two-step process, they're not going to go through it, and you've kind of lost them. So we look at more of trying to get more people to come through the door and work them than really, really good committed ones, but less of a volume. So just two different strategies to look at. And then the Facebook one's cool, but we're not going to use that right now, because we want to be doing email marketing and sending connections to them. So we're not going to offer them the option to just, connect with us via Facebook. Now, if your campaigns that you're running is trying to just promote on Facebook, then that would be a great option to use. Okay, so hopefully everybody's good on that page. And the last step of it is, once you've created the web form, what are we going to be doing it? So this comes down to, if you have I'm not overly computer savvy. I know enough to get the job done, and I'm able to do this. And if you have absolutely no inclination whatsoever of doing this, you can definitely have a web designer that will go ahead and do this. But this is your little form, so it's where are you going to be putting this box? The HTML code is the little email box that we made on the, on that back page, where it's, it said, name, email address, submit or something. So where are you going to be putting that box? Well, this is the code for the box, and this is where you're going to go and take it on your landing page that you're designing. And I'm going to go through and show you guys on designing, and there's different aspects. But for this part, if you're going to be putting it onto, lead pages or something like that we talk about, those ones, this is the little code that you need for the box, because they need to sign up in the box from GetResponse in order to have their email address be put into this GetResponse and to manage it. So hopefully that makes sense to anybody. So that's just that option, and then we like the HTML code. If you're unsure on codes, definitely be using a web designer on that stuff. And there you go. Let's see. Gil, how are we on timing? I'll leave this for tomorrow?
Test. Yeah, let's leave that one for tomorrow.
Test. Yeah, let's leave that one for tomorrow.
Cool.
And then cover. Hold on, your microphone is. Oh, sorry, the speakers.
Oh, sorry, the speakers.
Relaying my audio back.
Oh, you sound good on my end.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me just I'll just mute this for a second. So yeah, let's continue with the content tomorrow. I did want to touch base with you with regards to Click Meter.
Unmuted. Regards to Click Meter.
Yes.
Or was it Quality Click Control?
Or was
What
it
were
Quality
we
Click
talking
Control?
Well, we mentioned both of them, so I just need to know exactly what's happening. Yeah, for those two with you.
Okay, stay with me.
Okay, stay with me.
And I purchased one with an installation. Done for you. So they'll go ahead and install it on your site.
Do you have a headset plugged in, Lauren?
What, Steve? I couldn't make out what you said.
Do you have a headset plugged in?
I can if needed.
Yeah, because the audio is coming out of your speakers and back into your microphone. That's where that echo's coming from.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm not hearing it on my end. So okay, can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, buddy. Okay.
Go ahead, Gail.
So I'll forward you my receipt right now. And then this is, so you'll just take over this account and then just PayPal me. Lauren. Bloop.
Okay. And this is your Click Meter account or the other software?
No, I think this is the beefier one. Quality Click. Yeah, Quality Click.
Okay, that's the rotator one that you were talking about. That's the rotator?
I think so, yeah. Okay. Quality Click is the one that they reference in that series, so yeah. Let me just hit send.
Yes, and that's the rotator, and then you also need the Click Meter. My question, do you know if the Magic Suite stuff is going to be including this type of stuff as well?
You know, with rotators we always have like 3 to 4 rotator accounts, just because when you do an email blast,
I don't remember them.
Yeah, when you do an email blast with one rotator link, or when you test your campaigns and then they don't inbox, you use a different link, a forwarding link, right? So for example, if qualityclickcontrol.com URL isn't working, then maybe I'll use bit.ly.com as the URL shortener for that one, right? So I'm not sure if I don't think there's going to be a set rotator.
Okay.
Even if there is, you're going to want to have 1 to 2 other rotators in your toolbox.
Gotcha. Okay. And then same thing. And then is the Click Meter account the one that you were saying that you wanted me to take over?
Just the rotator, Quality Click Control.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so just the rotator. Okay. Because I don't know if I need that right at this stage. Maybe it depends. Like I said, what I wanted to do is like all of the stuff that I taught this week, and it's like awesome, cool. So I want to basically go and design a few different things and implement different aspects, and then be sharing that. And then we're also going to be getting into traffic strategies. So that way, I can just build some stuff that I've been wanting to build and just take advantage of all of that.
Let me see.
But your call on that part.
I'm going to the main page right now of Quality Click. Because I think they're one and the same. Meaning one is a rotator and has stats. The other just gives you stats. It doesn't rotate. Do you know for sure if
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because it said that quality. Well, it said on there that the quality clicks also tracks, but I wasn't sure then, from his training, why he's using, one to track and one to rotate, if the rotating one tracks too.
He only used, well, I know in the most recent training, he only endorsed Quality Click Control as the one that he's using because it does rotate and it also tracks the stats. ClickMeter can't do that. he has ClickMeter on there
Really?
because
Okay.
when he pushed out traffic to everybody in the network, they needed something to track the stats and the numbers. So I would go with Quality Click Control if you're following the step-by-step program. And then he's also just showing his older results. So it's like, here's what I used before to track my numbers, right? But
Right.
moving forward, just so you guys know, this is the account, this is the one that I'm using now. So just wanted to clarify. I think that might help. So I sent those two
Gotcha.
emails.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
sent
cool.
those
So
two
don't
emails
even
over.
worry about
If
ClickMeter
Quality
then.
Click doesn't do what you're trying to do, but I mean, that's what they decided to move forward with from that training series that you're watching. So, but if you decide to go with ClickMeter, I mean, just let me know which one, because that way, I know if you're gonna take over the Quality Click or if we'll just assign it to somebody else.
Cool. Okay.
Righto. Okay,
Let's
so
see.
no other inquiries are popping up.
Okay.
We got 5 minutes till 1. Looks like we do got some downtime, or at least we'll
Oh,
go ahead.
cool. Yeah, I was just gonna, so kind of playing out tomorrow. So tomorrow, yeah, so I'll just finish up. It'll be kind of a shorter session tomorrow. I'm actually doing my video shoot that was supposed to happen today had to get pushed to tomorrow. So I'm like, cool. So I'll do just a little bit and just walking through really quickly how to do a landing page using GetResponse. And then just a reminder, I'm off on that seminar Friday. But looking ahead, since I'm at that seminar for the entire 3 days, I don't think I'm going to have something prepared for Monday. I'll try my best, but I was going to start going through the traffic modules for next week. I will do my best to get through it. I just don't know, today, tomorrow. Like I said, I'm shooting videos all day tomorrow and then at a seminar for 3 days.
Okay, so possibly Tuesday, maybe, or Wednesday. Just let me know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just have to see where my week goes, but I just wanted to give you a heads up as I'm like looking forward and trying to figure things out.
Awesome. Cool. So with that, guys, we will catch you later. Do follow up with Sayaka. I saw her on the session on here. And have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thanks, Gil. Bye.